Hi folks, welcome again to the Vapor Chief Before You Buy videos. In this video I want to discuss pros and cons. There's pros and cons to everything. There's no perfect machine. I don't think there's a perfect anything. There's no perfect car, there's no perfect TV, there's no perfect bicycle, there's no perfect anything. There's going to be a give and take no matter what you buy, and steam cleaners are the same thing. So in engineering our machines, we have to look at what we want, what's going to be effective, and then of course weigh that against costs and what it's going to cost to build it, and then what it's going to cost to sell it to the end user, which is you. Now, we build all our machines in 120 voltage. We realize here in North America that we're at a disadvantage compared to the rest of the world because we're using 120 volts, and we'll discuss that in another video. But at 120 volts, we can only build things a certain way. We can only throw so much wattage at the heater. We can only use certain components to make pressure and make heat. And we have to use certain components. We can't use cheap residential components and cheap stuff and then claim that we have 125 PSI, we have 100 PSI. The machine would either be dangerous or it's going to break really fast. So in engineering our machines and getting to the pressures and getting to the heat that we get to, we have to spend a certain amount of money on the components to make sure that they're safe, and that costs money, and in the long run that ends up being the cost to the end user. Now, we can bump up the pressure on our machines, and we don't want to do that artificially. There are ways to do that without upgrading the components, and we don't believe in that. We know that there's people out there that have read the internet, that have played with machines before, that are artificially bumping up the pressure on their machines because they figured it out, and we certainly don't recommend that, and that's certainly not safe. We recommend the pressure at our machines, and we don't exceed it, and we don't want anybody messing with that. So if our 75 machine is 75, that's going to be about a give or take 5 PSI, but that's going to be, you're going to buy this machine because that's what you need to get the job done. And we've engineered this machine with a certain grade of component to make sure that the machine is going to perform well for you, and to make sure the machine is going to last, and to keep the price at a certain point. Now, if we upgraded everything to a heavy-duty industrial degree, then the machine would be even more money, and we don't feel that we need to do that. We know how people use these machines. We know how long people use these machines. We have machines out there now for years with heavy-duty users that are using these machines 5-6 days a week, 8-9 hours a day, and we know that they hold up. So we've built the machine to a certain spec where we can price it the way we do, and we know that they're going to last. So again, pros and cons to everything, but we think where they are right now is where they should be, and hopefully if you've done your research and you've looked at specs and you've looked at pricing, and you keep coming back to us and you're watching videos like this, we hope you're on the way to buying a Vapor Chief. But again, any questions, always feel free to give us a call.